Hey guys, Camper15, join my co-host Red Wolf. We are back with another Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc episode review for you guys. As sadly, Bleach only I think has 3 more episodes to go for part 3.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But don't worry, next year we'll get the final part.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait how long?
Next year.
Hmm.
Next year. That's not too long.
Okay, I heard you the first time.
So that's the thing, and then that will be it of Bleach, I guess, barring if Kubo wants to expand more on the manga stuff. I don't know. I keep hearing that there might be a Bleach Renaissance coming back, where there might be an arc after 1000 Year Blood War arc, after the characters obviously are all older and things like that. But so far, I haven't heard any traction on that front. But we got the last few episodes coming on because the season's closing down, going into 2025. Damn it! And this week we have the episode focus on our girl, Nanao.
Yes, and partly Shunsui.
Partly Shunsui, but morely of a backstory of how Nanao ended up becoming in Shunsui's squadron. Doesn't explain how she became a lieutenant. Now I'm probably thinking she became lieutenant because, well, we find out revelations. They're actually family. Shunsui is her uncle.
Yep.
Which I was just and that's the weird part, because we watched the original Bleach. He was always hitting on her, like trying to go out with her on a date or something. And I'm like, what? And then she always kept turning him down. And I'm like, oh, those are awkward moments now that you think oh, they're uncle and niece. But I think he was just doing this out of playful banter, maybe.
Are they actually blood related relatives, or?
Well, Shunsui said in his backstory, his brother married her mother. So that's his sister-in-law. They're not blood related, but they're family.
Oh, Cameron.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm not gonna discuss it here because it just leads back to the discussion that we had a long time ago. Okay, go on.
No, what I'm saying is this. In the backstory, his brother, Shunsui's brother, marries Nanao's mother.
Okay,
So that makes Shunsui, Nanao's mother, that's his sister-in-law. Which means Nanao that's her uncle. Shunsui is her uncle.
Okay.
They're not related by blood. They're still family. I'm not getting into this whole thing about the step sibling thing. This is completely different. Uncle and niece.
Thank you.
Not stepbrother and step sibling.
Thank you, because I'm getting PTSD from how you were looking at that.
I still think that's wrong. But that's a discussion for another day. We see Nanao finally get her. Excuse me. I don't know where my friend went. Excuse me. Yeah, he can't get over this discussion that we had so many years ago. Anyways, we get Nanao showing off getting her Zanpatako after all this time, because in the story and even in the backstory, they make the mention she's never had one, because she never, when she was training to become a Soul Reaper, she never was able to evolve her regular sword into one that makes it her own. And now Shunsui's here, take it, which is pretty dope. I'm like, family stuff, nice emotional family stuff. But also, I just gotta say this, man. This is the second episode where we see a Quincy get defeated. It looks like they die, but then they just come back into something even more just grotesque and ugly looking than before.
Yeah, I was not expecting a bird-like creature.
Dude, see, when I first saw him go into that evolved state a few episodes ago, I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, is this some sort of dark angel demon thing I'm looking at? This dude looked like something hell on. I'm watching this dude transform into that ugly looking bird thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh hell no. And he was proclaiming himself as a god. I'm like, that ain't no fucking god. That is a monstrosity. That's a demon. That's what that is. And then the fact that you see how his eyeballs were all like blinking. He was like, yeah. I'm like, no, that's not for me, bro. That's not for me. No. Also, too, this dude was launching off these heavy ass explosions. Were we kind of to any of the other Soul Reapers? Are they all involved in their own fights? I guess so, because that's probably what would be happening. So clearly they wouldn't be hearing or seeing this stuff. I don't know. They don't cut around to any of the other Soul Reapers. I'm like, I'm seeing this dude do these massive explosions. I'm like, there ain't no way Ichigo and other company just like, wait, what the hell is going on over there?
Aren't they still technically within Shunsui's Bankai? Isn't his Bankai still like active? So because that
no, probably not. He probably deactivated it because he thought he defeated him. Because he looked like he was about to die. Well, regardless, when you get to the end of the episode, he looks like he is going to die. I'm just like, oh. We're gonna lose another strong Soul Reaper. That's great, but we'll get at the end, right? So, this dude transformed into this bird giraffe, long ass neck looking thing. I'm just over here, just like, no. And now I'm just gonna be like, okay, other future battles I see, what's gonna happen is this. Our characters are gonna force them to go to their evolved state. They're gonna probably kill them, but then they're gonna come back and be something even stronger than they once were. Is that how it's gonna go? Because that's the trope. We've seen it 2 times.
I'm guessing so.
So I guess if Ichigo is gonna defeat Fake Eyes and mother effer, he's gonna come back looking weird and shit. Now, so far, what do you think is more grotesque? The one from last week that Nemu and what's his face had to defeat?
That's more grotesque by a long shot. That's way more grotesque by a long shot. There's no debate. That's the most grotesque one out of all of them.
Because there's a bunch of hands.
Not just a bunch of hands, but just the visuals, man.
Yeah.
The visual in general.
Yeah. That CGI does good things, don't it?
Yeah, and don't forget what it did to Nemu.
Oh yeah. I won't forget. I can't get that on my head, man.
Yeah. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Damn it, man! I'm gonna have to rewatch that. When I rewatch this shit in the dub, I'm about to be like, "Fuck! Why do I gotta watch this ugly, grotesque thing again?" Again, mind you, if this arc was running alongside the original Bleach, we probably don't even get this shit and how good it looks.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't.
And it'd probably be heavily censored too. So, anyways, he comes back, and it looks like our boy is gonna like finally go to rest, and he's probably gonna die peacefully, or maybe just get back up and do something. But he ends up getting shot through the hole or his chest. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, don't tell me he's still alive. After all that.
Literally fake drowned. He comes back.
He called himself the messenger of God, apparently. Like, he goes like, I'll ask again, do you think a mere Bankai could take out a messenger of God? And then his where his head was detached, something else grows out, and as we said before, a bird-like head.
Yes, clearly, he thinks so highly of himself.
Yeah.
He's very self-conceited.
Yes. So everything about him changes. His voice changed into some kind of squeaks to some kind of higher pitch voice.
With all due respect, I'm sorry. I cannot believe I saw a black guy turn into a bird in less than...
I can't believe it either. To think he would turn from that to this.
He was a sniper guy, and then he was some weird angel-looking thing, and or not some angel-looking thing. He was some cocoon-looking thing, and then he spread out into this ugly messenger of God bird. Man, talk about devaluing of forms he took. Honestly, I would have been the sniper.
Mm.
At least that cocoon was actually dangerous, but this motherfucker just looked ugly. And the worst part is these people probably can't change back to what they look like.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think when the moment they unleash this new form of theirs, then they can't go back.
That leads me to. I'm worried about Uryu because ever since he drank Yuhabak's blood, maybe he unlocked something similar within him.
Well, I guess he's never been able to, be pushed that far. So far, he gets to the second stage.
Yeah, that's when we're like, what's Uryu gonna look like?
If he wants to. Again, we got our susses about Uryu and where that's going, but so you have that happening. Shockingly enough, Shunsui damn near dodges one of the attacks that would have killed him point blank, and the dude's like, "Where are you at? You can't hide. I can find you."
Behind this building, apparently, and
yes. Now this leads us into the flashback because eventually Nanao catches up, because they're like, "Shunsui, wake up, wake up!" And then she's like, "Captain, wake up! Damn it, I'm here!" And he's like, "Oh. Now you're here." So we get the first flashback of Shunsui's backstory. Now at first the guy, I was convinced, I'm like, this motherfucker looks like Ganju. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is this? What's the correlation going on here, right? Realistically, he almost looked like Chad too. If I gotta be honest, I was like, wait, what? What's going on here? But then I saw Nanao's mother. I'm like, is that Nanao or are you her mother? Something's going on here, right? And then you see Shunsui over to the side and everything. I'm like, okay, he's known, I'm guessing, his mom for a long time. I'm like, okay, maybe we're going the route of like, maybe he actually does like her romantically because he probably knew her mother. And maybe her mother's like, take care of my daughter or something like that. No, we're completely wrong. We find out that that's his brother, and obviously his brother is married to Nanao's mother. And the thing is about the little like memento thing, the like nice little, I forgot what they called it, but this little stick with nice little fan on it. And basically she gave it to him to saying like, I know you're gonna go out to go do your soul reaping, duties and things like that. So use this as a memento for me to make sure that I know you're gonna be okay and everything. I'm like, that's nice and sweet, that's adorable. She cares about her husband and everything and stuff like that. So essentially, when you got back to the present, obviously dude finds them. He's just like, I found you. And she's like, I don't got time for this. Give me, what my mother told me you would give me, in reference to her Zanpatako. They end up hiding again and disappearing, and he's like, oh crap, you're gone again. He's like, don't worry, I can still find you, mother effers. I'm like, this. Oh man.
The way his eyes were blinking also.
That shit made my skin crawl. I'm just like, no, God. No, please no. If I ever see a creature like that in my lifetime, don't have it look like that. Man's eyes was all blinking all weird. And it was the side eye blinking too. I'm just like,
yeah,
no. I've had enough of this dude. So, I'm guessing they go to this dark void area, and basically Shunsui is like, all right, fine, I'll give you the sword that your mother always didn't want me to get. Now we get some interesting backstory. So we find out like Nanao's family comes from it's a very prestigious lineage. I guess they almost accumulated to that of royalty essentially, right? And now the one interesting thing is there is this curse that comes with their family where basically people in their family started dying off and everything. The wives can only give birth to women and the women stay alive, but if they were to give birth to men, the men just die out strictly.
Have shortened lifespans, man.
Yeah. So, the thing is, Nanao's mother wanted to change that. So she ended up actually marrying Shunsui's brother. Okay, that's nice. That is until, well,
He died also.
he died also. And he had one of the short lifespan deaths too. Yeah. And shockingly, Shunsui is like, I always got into arguments. I really hated my brother, but until my brother met her, your mother, Nanao, that's when I stopped hating him. Damn. That sucks. You don't ever want to hate your family members until they marry somebody. Shit. But that goes to show you that Nanao's mother had a good effect on Shunsui.
Yeah, he did.
Especially his brother. You were gonna say? Sorry for interrupting you.
No. I was just agreeing with you.
So because of that, she ended up actually going back to the household, to just deal with the curse and everything and handle that, that whole issue. And then it explains like she ended up dying out later, but before like anything, she basically was talking to Shunsui and basically saying like, hey, you take it upon yourself, and here's the sword, here's the Zanpatako and everything. And Shunsui, he's just like, no, I can't take it. But then he's just like, and she's like, please just take it. And that's the thing, you do take it. And you see a kid Nanao in the background. She doesn't confront them both. She's just listening in on this whole situation. So that's why she brought it up to him in the present. Like, this is what my mom told you. Like, can I have it, please? So we also see how Nanao took an interest in Shunsui because she knew who Shunsui was from the very start. I will say the only thing that kind of sucks about this episode, she never calls him uncle.
I guess they're leaving family customs out of business. I guess.
But we see that she ended up going into the Soul Reaper Academy, and she ended up getting placed into the squad that he comes from, right? Now, my thing is the way they interpret it is like she was kind of shocked she was in that squad to begin with, and the more she observed him, the more Nanao observed Shunsui in the flashback, she saw that he was wearing like a kimono like that looked similar to her mom. He had the hairpins essentially, right? And then she's like, oh, you're the guy that talked to my mother all those years ago and took the sword. Now my headcanon is, I wonder if he knew that Nanao was training to become a Soul Reaper, and I wonder if he like recommended, no, let her be in my squad, because she was kind of shocked she was in his squad when she was younger.
I think he knew. I
think he knew that was obviously his sister-in-law's daughter. I think he recommended her, like he must have told like Yamamoto, like, hey, this one Soul Reaper who's gonna pass like all the exams, have her be in my squad, so I can look after. Which it's a nice thing of him. Her mother's gone, and in a weird way, that's the only family she got left, her uncle, and he's looking after him. It's so adorable, cute. We don't get many moments. We don't see any moments that they had in the flashbacks in terms of like connecting when she was younger. But and they don't even explain how she ended up becoming a lieutenant, but we know she's pretty strong, but knowledgeable to the point she was able to become a lieutenant. The only thing is, they also explain like she couldn't use a Zanpatako or evolve it into a Zanpatako, so she could only do Keto, but she was really good at Keto techniques and everything. And basically that's the thing. So then you just have it to where Shunsui gives her the sword and is like, here you go, take it upon yourself and do it. I'm like, okay, yes, now we see why in the opening she's got a sword. Good. Always, and we talked about this about a week or two ago. Like, when is the Nanao gonna show up with this new sword she's gonna get?
Yeah. They've been teasing us in the opening.
So now we get it. It's also kind of a descendant of like his like Bankai spirit, which is crazy. So she gets it. She goes into action against bird, man. And how does that fight end up going?
Well, she goes in for a strike. He manages to block with his arm, but he ends up losing it. So, and then he basically knocks her back, and yeah. So from what we can see, it seems like Nanao doesn't have a lot of experience in actual sword combat. So
Sure, she gets. So one, also this sword can't cut anything. It basically like absorbs things, absorbs an attack, and then pushes it like right back to the opponent. Also, two, her freaking ankle started bleeding profusely because she got hit by the attack from the recoil.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, like, you know, like my friend said, you know, we've known Nanao to be very brave at some points, but here she legitimately gets scared. She's actually like afraid because this dude starts like, all right, now I guess I'm gonna launch a big attack at you, and you can see the fear on her face. Like, that's how you can tell she hasn't been involved in swordplay. Like, she's actually scared. But then, who comes in the nick of time to reassure her?
Someone from the shadows, Shunsui himself, comes up from behind and holds her hand, helping her maintain her stance, gripping her sword. And he says, I'm here with you, Nanao." Basically.
Yeah. And they reflect the attack, and the damn bird dude gets cut in half, and he withers away into nothingness, and he's dead for good.
Yep.
I did enjoy that moment between the Now and Shunsui. You know, good uncle had to help his niece. That's why I wish it was a missed opportunity. She should have called him uncle instead of captain.
Maybe in future episodes?
If he doesn't die.
Yeah.
How does the episode end off?
Yes, so she reflects that big attack. He goes like, so you actually reflected my attack. How sinful, as he turns into ashes.
No, what's sinful is you look like a goddamn maniac.
Yes, and yes. After all this is settled, Shunsui says, "Now, let's go catch up with the others. They might need our help, but." The episode ends off with him suddenly stopping and feeling all weak, because as we see, he's full of holes. And he goes, on second thought, let's take a short break. That left me worried.
Yeah, I'm last week a few weeks ago they teased him like dying maybe.
Yes.
I think he ain't gonna make it.
Probably not.
Which sucks because Shunsui actually is a badass. Yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go, but it seems like, you know, he's gonna die. We might see one final moment between him and the Now. Maybe that's when we get the whole thing of, you know, him basically saying, you know, I'm glad I've always been around you, you know. He looked after her after her mother died. You know, that's one of his family members right there. So I think if he does die, it's going to be a very emotional moment because in reality, even though, you know, we didn't see much of it on screen, you could tell like Nanao learned a lot from him, and in reality, even though that is her uncle, that is a father figure to her.
Yeah.
So it's gonna suck, man. It's gonna suck. Next week, I only watched a Bleach review where he said next week we're gonna get Baz B versus his former friend, I think Hoshwolf.
Were they ever friends?
I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe he has a unique god ugly form too.
I would not be surprised.
But we'll definitely see where that fight's gonna go. Very intrigued to see. I want to see that backstory. See what the hell happened. What's going on here? Why they got beef now?
Pretty obvious why they got beef now. After Yohabak pulled that stunt.
Yeah. But solid episode, not actually a solid episode, great episode today. Bleach, man. When this series is gone for good, I'm gonna miss it. This is some of the best anime content I've watched. I won't say in a long time, but shit, a good while. Some good shit. Every time, and it's the worst part is every time I think an episode, it's the best episode yet, they find themselves a way to even top the last episode. Honestly, I don't at this point. And I've said this before. We said this before. Like, this episode was the best episode of the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc. I can't say it no more. I can't say it no more. Whatever we get going forward, all I know is it's gonna top something even worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna sit back like it's a roller coaster, unlike my friend, because you don't like to go on roller coasters. I'm gonna enjoy the ride. Hey, don't look at me like that. You weren't the one that wanted to get on Not Scary Farm roller coasters.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Before my friend exposes any further.
Yeah, I'm about to go buy $100 hard drive for my PS5 so I can play Black Ops 6 and have enough space on my console.
Yeah, because apparently that's worth it to him. So.
Do you think that they didn't give me? You really think PS5 people didn't really? PS5 should have had a 1 terabyte hard drive. These ninjas gave us gigs. I hate Sony.
I can't believe I bought it again.
Anyways, we'll be back with another review sometime later. Maybe Dodon will be up next, or Rurouni Kenshin. We'll be back sometime. So hit that subscribe button if you want to get more anime content and things like that. Also hit the subscribe button to my co-host. There is going to be a live stream on his channel for a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament.
No, not a live stream, an actual video. So.
I thought this was a live stream, but okay.
No, it's going to be an actual video.
All right.
I'm gonna be recording and then rendering later. So.
Also, in other news, put in the comment section you want me to play Stellar Blade playthrough, because this guy's taking too goddamn long to get back to this shit. Now, I'm not blind to it, but I'm definitely will be open to playing Stellar Blade. Maybe I'll do base game on hard mode.
I mean, Stellar Blade on my channel isn't even doing that hard anyway, so. Having a lot of components.
Excuse. Anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys. Peace.